I'm giving it another chance with a big old sword. See if I can make it go. Return to the big floofus gromly floof groff fluff. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the end of that path, so all that really remains... We can get your other abilities at another point. As much as I want to see them, I kind of really want to see these... Have we already run up against the ones I want to make an exception for? It's just so good. They're so good. They're so good and so good. And so floofy and big. I mean, I'll happily come back to a big floofus is the thing. But I don't mind getting more floofs when evolution is no longer a concern. I'll floof all the windows off. Floof through the windows, big floofy snoot, just smash all the glass. You'll need to get those replaced, I can't pay for them, I'm a ferret tonight. But a big ferret, one that can smash windows, big ferrety snoot going through the windows. Hoo-hoo, what are you doing in here? Your privacy is forfeit. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So yeah, that's why we've not invested in big ferrets, is because they would just do that all the time and it would be, like, at best inconvenient. So yeah, against my multiple protestations, we don't have very big ferrets going round the country offering that service. One of these days, you'll see sense. You'll see sense and get snoofed through your windows immediately, but until that day, I have to be the one person in the room who knows the fucking score. I feel like I've done so many filler episodes where I go off and get people's children to come home, and not done a lot of actually evolving the people. You know what? Even if this is an opportunity to go and switch them out, I've got whole other fellas in my party that I need to be evolving essentially right now. So I'll skip this chance. It's a big floofus, alright? That's the only reason. There's no real planning that's gone into this. It's a big floofus I want. Floofy friend to be. Oh, well. Gromley, everyone, let's hear it for him. Well, I'll tell you what, since that is incredibly quick, let's just, let's get Smimble finished off real quick, and then we can, fuck, we can probably do it without even leaving this area, at this rate. The rate this is going, solves itself. They know. They know the time is now! You swish! Swish them off with scissors, get them all away. Snoo, 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 floo, 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 floo. That's the end of the song. They put that at the end of the song to let you know that it was the end. Well, actually, that, in doing so, that becomes the end of the song. And so what they've essentially done is made a liar of themselves. They recently added a new final line. Shut the fuck up, you know what we meant. Which, again, just pushes the original end of the song, further in. So I imagine that's probably the last addendum they can get away with. More merry folks, please. I need them to get this resolved all quick. So that I can go forth and become a funny little gentleman. There's other wizards I need to get to as well is the thing, because I think the wizards can do something that let me get past the red skeletons finally. So that'll be behind us. Which is also another more incentive for me to, like, investigate your abilities, I suppose, because I don't know what kind of wizard gets that. I just know that it's not what you had by default. Oh, the fault of a crisp. Everyone's going away. Nobody else. Dancing star. I've got little friends, look. They're happy little friends. Smimble's giving me some happy little fella. Oh, bouncy jump. You're very cute. I like this a lot. Very good ally, and then I've found myself. But it's now time. It's now time for a new generation to let's decide who I'm. Someone among these has got a Swecken beep. Do I finally? I did some Tuesdays off screen. I think it's finally time for him to get some play. Let's come on. Let's get you to the next one. You've been reliable and good this whole time. It's just time for you to have your moment in the spotlight. I will deny you no longer. My lovely son with your pointy fork every day tonight. I've got more people! Give me the people now! Put them in my pockets immediately. I've got a Gromley for you, I've got a Smimble for you. Now, level 33 Gromley I've made of. There's a big scrumbus. I can't do him up and down, unfortunately, but even just the faint twizzle was a game changer. There's an interesting. Do we want that to be an A or an E? I'm feeling an E. I'm feeling. Oh, it's hyphenated. Oh, I can't put the E in. But you know what? That still works. That still conveys the idea. But the hyphen has to stay as the thing. Faint Twizzle is the new golem that I have. Obviously, I'm going to take the level 38 wizard egg. Add that to my deck. Lovely time. This one we do have to call Bongo. That decision was taken out of my hands, so we have Bongo, the little wizard, floating off. Alright. And I shall hear no opposition to this. See, this is why I do occasionally outsource, because I wouldn't necessarily have thought Bongo for it. Well, now I'm looking at the eyes, and yeah, possibly. Little Bongo boy, little woo-woo. But we don't know what he's going to become. He might literally become a set of drums later. I can't prove otherwise. So that's future-proofing. We do have a little Snoofus. He's very snoofy when I look at his little snoot. But he's flying away, so I can't. And that's his revenge. He's like, no, you don't get to look at my snoot. Until I have adequately experienced the battlefield. Meanwhile, back where we are, an insect appeared. And it was the best one. And I'll fight you all for a fourth time. I don't need an excuse. I'll take your back. I'll shave your backs off right now. You don't get any, alright? Especially you. You in particular are a prick, I've decided. Ow! See? He hit me with a sword. How completely uncharacteristic. I would never do such a thing. Boofing down the way. Slain you immediately. Well, I've poked you over. You're clearly still alive. But, you know. I will just say that you're dead. Who's gonna challenge me on it, I've got the press in my pocket. Every journalist. It may be a handful of mixed nuts. Alright. I've declaimed a journalist based on the same principle that no one will challenge me on it because I have a handful of nuts in my pocket. I've just got to hope that a squirrel doesn't run off with them again. It's a bizarre image in my head now, that whole event transpiring. The squirrel just looking me dead in the eye as he takes the nuts away and just... The truth will out. There's been so many oddities have come to pass that I do forget sometimes that we did start all of this as a collective of approximately 17 vampires. It is somewhat, yes, this way. This way I go. There's fish! There's fish stopping me from going. And ghosts. Fish and ghosts sometimes are in the same room at the same time. Alright? So if anyone ever asks you, oh well, have you ever seen a fish and a ghost in the same place? Tell them that it has happened. You know someone who has. Alright? There have been photographs. There have been photographs! Stop coming out the ceiling! You're fooling no one! Back in this room, and I'm gonna accidentally fight my way out of one of the doors again, and it's probably gonna be the wrong one. I think I want to go through that one there. I will double check before I actually go through it. Of course, fish! Yeah, it is that one, but a fish intervened before I could make good my escape. Don't you hate it when that happens? Swish, 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 swish at a fish. You see, it makes sense. It makes sense that I do that. Stop criticising me for things that aren't my fault. It was the rhyme made me what do it. Yeah. Nothing's illegal if it's poetry. And poetry, as we all know, always rhymes. Oh, big bony snoots! They're stuck on the walls. I can't remember if I stole from you already or not, but what would I get at this point? Bones? Cool. I want bones now, actually, if I could just have bones entirely. I feel like I'd have gotten them by now, to be honest. I don't think there's any limit to, like, the amount of bones I've had an opportunity to grab out the air before now. Why would it suddenly be a factor, you know? I need to start thinking these things through before I yell them on a video. But that's entirely antithetical to my process. So, there you are. If I think too much, I trip over myself. Oh, I can actually burgle from you, but it's probably just gold. Is it? Is it gonna be? I can't be bothered waiting. I have a very low attention span when it comes to the skeletons I steal from in this game. If I could steal from a skeleton in real life, I, to be honest, probably won't. He's a skeleton. He's got it hard enough. He's got no ligaments. Do you know how difficult it is to move under those conditions? That you're even holding yourself together is, I can see your marrow. I think. I can see your marrow this whole time, and you've disappeared now as I was observing it, so, like, I guess you got self-conscious about your marrow and ran away. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just didn't want you to go the rest of the day thinking people couldn't see your marrow. If it was intentional, then you know what? I would learn that would be fine. I could just apologise for the confusion, but... Big fellow! Big gargoyle fellow! Flappy attack. This is another... This looks slightly different. I'm getting vibes from all this that read me of a difference in the terrain to go away now. It makes me wonder if this is like a whole other thing I'm going to. or if I'm merely mistaken and reading too much into the snoofy floofs. Well, you are a thing to break, but you are a thing to open, first of all. How are we doing for you, Crystals? We're a little over halfway. You, I think, are going to take multiple trips. Did I start you on punch deliberately? Yeah, punchy chops. I can give you, which I might start doing for a little bit. What have I got? That's not really. I don't recall having used these on screen a whole deal, so let's do that. So that we can see the fairies that get Spirit of Fuji. That's sort of an odd thing to get in a specific treasure chest at this point. We've had 1,000 people we can steal that from by now. Yeah, and that was an opportunity for me to observe. You didn't give me an exclamation warning either that was a thing I could do. So that's weird now. That's weird now that you've not told me. Well, now this is clearly somewhere else. Are you having a fuck? You're having a fuck in my bakery right now! Look, it's where the scallywags play in the fountain. Is there a reason you've not got a wall on yet? Well, now you've given me something to investigate. Where am I going? We've not got 100% of the... There's not, like, things on other floors that would explain it. No, that all looks complete. That all looks complete. Yeah, no, the only place that looks like it's missing a thing is that there's not a solid wall on the fish basement part of the map. So now I have to interrogate that. And actually, you know what? If we're gonna be in a low level area, let's have Bongo do something about it. Because certainly, and you will also accept punch for the other way. So that's. Because I want to see if I can get the skeleton disappearing trick that I am assured that he can do. So I will be looking into that. Are you bigger than I remember you being, or are you just closer to the camera? What's going on with a wizard? It's so difficult to tell. I need wizard perspective lessons so that I can learn how to look at wizards properly in order to figure this question out, because it's just getting... It's just such a burden, on such a weight on my mind. What is happening? What's happening with a sorcerer? I want to go down here. It's gonna be wet secret. It's gonna be swim. It's going to be swim-based, and I don't know how to do that yet, isn't it? Probably. There you go, you're already leveling up. I mean, you look like a You punchy. Oh, I can't even walk near it, but it is a wall. Well, then what? But there's just a tiny fragment of the castle that I haven't seen. It's probably going to be another secret door that opens up somewhere from somewhere else. Why are you making me return here in the middle of... I mean, you know... Stuff like this. I'm getting leveled up wizards real quick. And it's great. Oh, wait, no, Hank, wait. Aha! I just somehow never... Okay, I was looking at the wrong wall for a second. Even that's not it, though. There's still a tiny bit more somewhere. It says no. You got a curtain. You got curtain. Curtain! You got a little balcony. Your little balcony with a curtain on it. Well, I don't know that means. I don't know what's... There really just doesn't seem like there could be anywhere else. I guess maybe there is another breakable thing that'll take me to something. You'd think they'd sort of run out of reasons to, but... I don't know. The question remains, what would be the quickest way to get back to where I was? Do I just do the trek back? That's probably it, right? Well, we didn't punch as many things as I kind of wanted, to be honest. Like, how many crystals did you even get from that? 2 out of 40. Cool, this was so much worth our time. Back we go to wherever we just were. And then we'll have answers, won't we? We'll know what's going on. Now I want to know how all these places like fit together geologically. I want the map to justify itself. I mean, I don't care that much. Like, I don't care enough to like look it up. But you know, it's a passing thought that I had. I swear I could break out of that before. Am I just not doing a good job? It's not that it isn't possible. It's just that you suck at the game. How far back's the save room? Might be time to go. Ow! Might be time to go to the save room and thus end the recording session. Potentially. I did start this one rather late. There's nothing more pressing than... Ow! There we go, I did it. You just had to believe in yourself. I guess. No! I didn't believe in you! Or are you another consequence of me believing in myself? Are you here to punish me for my hubris? Perhaps. The sin of pride will get punched today. Go away. Thanks. You turned into smoke again. That's how you know. That's how you know you've won against the sins. It's just smoke everywhere. I'm glad they put in a sign, you know, because I don't want to spend, you know, my whole day wondering if I actually got it done. It's good of them to like put in a definite confirmation. More! What was that last one that you just did? Little... Let's retrace our steps here. What's that? Oh, there was a kick involved in there. You didn't just sort of wiggle backwards. There was a reason for the momentum that you had. Good. I'd have drowned on the spot had there not been. I won the things! Come on, let's get new pixies and then let's believe in ourselves again. Ow! You can spit at me. But should you? You were so preoccupied with whether or not you had the ability. You've not thought about the consequences that it has on me. And frankly, the weight that it's going to leave on your conscience. Got 3 crystals at once. My word. Yeah, just gold. Just got... Whoop! Snoot! Snoots for bones today. Oh, pokey pokey. You doing a theft over there? Me snoofing into all the crimes. What crime are you doing? Let me see. I'm doing a documentary on all the crimes what I've noticed. Can I get a quote for you? For you? From you, surely. Would you like me to get someone else to give you a quote? As payment for having gotten involved in the crime which was none of my business. As a mark of my sincerity and as a token of trust between us. Whatever quote you want, I will track it down! Well, he may live for now. More bones. More bones. Snookuses. Ah! You've gone and taken it away. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't sell sausage rolls. This is an Audi dealership. Don't buy sausages from me. Poison powder. You can get a little poisonous attack you can do, as well as healing. I remember when the sausage problem got so bad. Oh dear, that's not... I couldn't even finish the sentence. But it got so bad that the mayor of Audi, Richard Audi, had to put out a press release essentially to tell people to stop buying sausages from there. Weirdly, it was working, and I think that's where he really shot himself in the foot. Is that they'd go and find you the sausages because they were just so worried about losing your custom, I guess, that they'd go out and find a sausage for you to have, but it was a massive inconvenience. They mostly wanted to sell cars. So Richard Audi put out this advert campaign where it was just him. He took out a GoPro and filmed himself, and he just looked at the camera and said, "Stop it! Stop it now!" I don't know how effective that was, to be honest. I'd have mentioned the sausages at all. His reasoning was he was just so sick of sausages in general that he couldn't bring, the words wouldn't leave his mouth. The thought of saying sausages made him retch. Hopefully he's not watching this, because I've said sausages quite a few times, but the conversation is about sausages. What do you want me to do, Richard Audi? Get off my dick, Richard. You owe me money. Get out of the wall, you coward. Come on, fight me in the real world, not the fictional world that exists in the wall. Alright, you can't be there forever. Eventually we've all got to move slightly the other way so that we can get punched by someone who defected from the forces of Dracula. You've got 40 crystals. Could have had me wizard by now. Could have had me wizard entirely, but no, it's really time to end. Because I've got to go and do some other stuff now for a bit that isn't this, which is unfortunate because I do kind of want to keep going, but, life has to happen, so, I shall see you next time. Take care, and remember, these aren't rings so much as they are hexagons, but I don't know if that strictly matters. At any rate, there does seem to be a big spike from them that is piercing my hand, unless that's a part of the glove. I think it's just a line that's on the glove. It's difficult to tell at this level of graphical fidelity. So yeah, remember all of that, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.